Alrighty, so one thing I can do for you before I end this video is to actually show you how I mix the products. So I'll take, and I don't measure anymore, but I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully you can. Yes. I'll take a spoonful, you know, enough that I think will coat all of my hair. I'll take about that much and put it in my plastic bowl. I might use a little bit more than that, so I made that much. So I put the mayo in the bowl, and then I'll add my honey. And again, I don't really have a science in how much I mix. I just go with my gut. So I've put in about that much honey. Hopefully you can see that. And then my extra virgin olive oil. Let's see. For the purposes of the video, I think I'll kind of show you. We'll say I'll do about 2 tablespoons, and that's just a rough estimate of that. And then 1 egg, and again I'm using this for the protein. Again, I'm not gonna, I think I'm just gonna use the well, I was gonna say the yolk of the egg, but I think I'm going to use the white. Actually, I'm just going to put it all in there. So just a note, depending on how long you leave this in your hair, one moment. Depending on how long you leave it in your hair, the egg may cook. So when you're actually rinsing it out, you need to make sure the water is not hot, because you will have egg remnants in your hair. So I learned that lesson the hard way. Not really the hard way, because you just have to keep rinsing to ensure that you get all the egg out of your hair. But this is what it looks like. If you can see that, hopefully. Let's try this. Hopefully you can see that. That's what it looks like before I mix it all. So we're going to mix it. It's mixing music. It's going to take a little bit. I probably should have used a bigger bowl. I'm going to put this on the counter so I don't drop it. But until I figure out how to pause my camera and restart it, unfortunately you're going to have to wait until I mix this. So, we're going to mix. It's going to be a little runny. I probably should not have put all the egg in there, because this means it's going to drip once I put it on my hair. It's not as runny as I thought it would be, which is a good thing. I think if you want to get it a little more firm, just add more mayo. But again, for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now. I think this is pretty sufficient for me. But for the most part, this is what it's going to look like once it's all mixed. And what I'll probably do actually is put this in a bottle. And I have plenty of these, and I've mentioned in my other videos, invest in bottles, especially if you're mixing your own stuff. It's just easier to manage. Alright. So that should be more than enough for today. And this is what I had left over. So I'll mix that some more. And again, my hair is dry. I haven't shampooed it or anything. But the past 2 weeks, I've had my hair in a fro hawk. And I've just been using my daily moisturizer, which is, again, aloe vera juice, vegetable glycerin, olive oil, and distilled water. And then I've used my Kimmy leave-in conditioner, which I've mentioned. I may use that every other day, and I also use jojoba oil as well as needed. And then I have my coconut oil, which I've put in here, which I use to oil my scalp. So that's generally what I use day to day. So this is what's left of it. So now it's time to start deep conditioning. So I'll start off first. As you can see, it is runny. Just kind of coating it. Coating the tips first before I get into the scalp. And get my hairline, because that's the most sensitive area. It's unfortunately where it gets the majority of the brunt of the tugging and whatnot. So I try to make sure I pay special attention to that. And I mentioned in some previous videos, when I was transitioning, I wore 2-strand twists or extensions, and it took out all of my hair on this side, so I was actually bald on this side. As you can see, it's grown back, which I'm very happy about. So that's how much growth I've gotten. Remember, this was bald and since July of 2010. So I'm happy about that it's actually grown back. And your hands will be very sticky because of the honey. So then I'll part it and just go, oops, to get to my scalp. And there's no method to my madness when I do this. It's more so just making sure I get it on there. Get it coated enough. And right now I'm just trying to get to my scalp, the roots. Make sure I get some love too. And you'll feel it on your scalp. It's a very distinct feeling, for sure. But I want to make sure I get it on here and get my cap on so it doesn't dry out. So right now I have the heat on and it's blasting right now. So, it's very hot in here at the moment. So, and just making sure I got it as coated as possible. So what I'm doing is just making sure I'm getting to my scalp and kind of pulling it out to my ends. And then massaging your scalp as well. It's really good to massage your scalp. It just kind of, forgot the word I was going to use, but energizes it, I guess. Helps open up your pores as well, or your hair follicles. But it's good to massage your scalp, and you're just going to use your fingertips versus your nails, because you don't want to scratch your scalp. So just make sure you're using the soft part of your fingertips when you're massaging your scalp. As you can see, and you can tell it's saturated because it's starting to hang. As you know, I have a lot of shrinkage, so when my hair is wet it'll start to hang, but it's showing that my hair is getting some length now. Finally, my fro is getting bigger. So I think I'm pretty happy with the coverage. Kind of looks like I have a mini Jerry curl. That's cute. So I've pretty much used that whole bottle, as you can see. Now, if you can see, I don't know if you can tell on my hands, I have a lot of shedding. I think that's natural. There was a point in time early on when I became natural where I thought I had too much shedding, but I think I was just manipulating my hair way too much. So I more so let it rest. Excuse me. Rest by using the 2-strand twist and flat twist styles of late. Plus, you know, for winter I said I was not gonna touch my hair as much anyway, so I've been wearing a lot of hats too. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 45 minutes or so. I have some chores I can do or go watch some TV, and then once I've let it sit for a while, I'm gonna go back to my Aubrey Organics. I'm not using the black soap this time. I'm gonna use the Aubrey Organics shampoo and the conditioner, and then use my old standbys of the Kimmy conditioner, and then I use Kinky Curly leave-in conditioner as well. But I think I'm almost out, so we'll see what we'll do from there. And then my daily moisturizing spray. Haven't decided on the hairdo that I'm gonna use for the next couple of weeks, but more than likely I'll resort to the 2-strand twist again. But again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to list them below. So until next time, I'm going to wash my hands. Take